Good morning and welcome back to another episode of The Longing. Today I'm recording this quite early in the day because I'm busy today, so I needed to get it done. So we're going to continue reading the Iliad regardless, so let's get going. Greek Galley. The son of Peleus ceased. The chiefs around in... Hang on, let me start again. The son of Peleus ceased, the chiefs around, in silence wrapped, in consternation drowned. Attend the stern reply, then Phoenix rose. Down his white beard a stream of sorrow flows. And while the fate of suffering Greece he mourned, with ancient weak these tender words returned. Proserpine, or Proserpine, not sure which, Proserpine, something like that. Divine Achilles, wilt thou then retire, and leave our hosts in blood, our fleets on fire? If wrath so dreadful fill thy ruthless mind, how shall thy friend, thy Phoenix, stay behind? The royal Peleus, when Phthia's coast, he sent thee early to the Achaean host. Thy youth as then in sage debates unskilled, and new to perils of the direful field. He bade me teach thee all the ways of war, to shine in councils and in camps to dare. Never, never let me leave thy side. No time shall part us, and no fate divide. Not though the god that breathed my life restore the bloom I boasted and the port I bore. When Greece of old beheld my youthful flames, delightful Greece, the land of lovely dames, my father faithless to my mother's arms, old as he was, adored a stranger's charms. I tried what youth could do at her desire, to win the damsel and prevent my sire. My sire with curses loads my hated head, and cries, ye furies, barren be his bed. Infernal Jove, the vengeful friends below, and ruthless Proserpine confirmed his vow. Despair and grief distract my labouring mind. Gods, what a crime my impious heart designed! I thought but some kind god that thought suppressed, to plunge the poniard in my father's breast. Then meditate my flight, my friends in vain, with prayers entreat me, and with force detain. On fat of rams, black bulls, and brawny swine, they daily feast with draughts of fragrant wine. Strong guards they placed, and watched 9 nights entire. The roofs and porches flamed with constant fire. The 10th I forced the gates unseen of all, and favoured by night, o'erleap the wall. My travels thence through spacious Greece extend. In Phthia's court at last my labours end. Your sire received me as his son caressed, with gifts enriched and with possessions blessed. The strong Dolopians thenceforth owned my reign, and all the coast that runs along the main. By love to thee his bounties I repaid, and early wisdom to thy soul conveyed. Great as thou art, my lessons made thee brave. A child I took thee, but a hero gave. Thy infant breast a like affection showed, still in my arms an ever pleasing load. Or at my knee by Phoenix wouldst thou stand. No food was grateful but from Phoenix's hand. 211. I pass my watchings o'er thy helpless years, the tender labours, the compliant cares. The gods, I thought, reversed their hard decree, and Phoenix felt a father's joys in thee. Thy growing virtues justified my cares, and promised comfort to my silver hairs. Now be thy rage, thy fatal rage resigned. A cruel heart ill suits a manly mind. The gods, the only great and only wise, are moved by offerings, vows, and sacrifice. Offending man their high compassion wins, and daily prayers atone for daily sins. Prayers are Jove's daughters of celestial race. Lame are their feet and wrinkled is their face. With humble mien and with dejected eyes, constant they follow where injustice flies. Injustice swift, erect, and unconfined, sweeps the wide earth and tramples o'er mankind. While prayers to heal her wrongs move slow behind, who hears these daughters of Almighty Jove? For him they mediate to the throne above, when man rejects the humble suit they make. The sire avenges for the daughter's sake. From Jove commissioned fierce injustice then descends to punish unrelenting men. O let not headlong passion bear the sway, these reconciling goddesses obey. Due honours to the seed of Jove belong, due honours calm the fierce and bend the strong. Were these not paid thee by the terms we bring, were rage still harboured in the haughty king, nor Greece nor all her fortunes should engage thy friend to plead against so just a rage. But since what honour asks the general sends, and sends by those whom most thy heart commends, the best and noblest of the Grecian train, permit not these to sue and sue in vain. Let me, my son, an ancient fact unfold, a great example drawn from times of old. Hear what our fathers were and what their praise, who conquered their revenge in former days. Where Calydon on rocky mountain stand, 212, once fought the Catolian and Curetian bands, to guard at those to conquer these advance, and mutual deaths were dealt with mutual chance. The silver Cynthia bade contention rise, in vengeance of neglected sacrifice. On Oenus' fields she sent a monstrous boar, that levelled harvests and whole forests tore. This beast, when many a chief his tusks had slain, great Meleager stretched along the plain. Then for his spoils a new debate arose, the neighbour nations thence commencing foes. Strong as they were, the bold Curetes failed, while Meleager's thundering arm prevailed, till rage at length inflamed his lofty breast, for rage invades the wisest and the best. Cursed by Althea, to his wrath he yields, and in his wife's embrace forgets the fields. She from Marpessa sprung divinely fair, and matchless Idas more than man in war. The god of day adored the mother's charms, against the god the father bent his arms. The afflicted pair their sorrows to proclaim, from Cleopatra changed their daughter's name, and called Alcyone a name to show the father's grief, the mourning mother's woe. To her the chief retired from stern debate, but found no peace from fierce Althea's hate. Althea's hate the unhappy warrior drew, whose luckless hand his royal uncle slew. She beat the ground and called the powers beneath, on her own son to wreak her brother's death. Hell heard her curses from the realms profound, and the red fiends that walk them nightly round. In vain Catolia her deliverer waits. War shakes her walls and thunders at her gates. She sent ambassadors, a chosen band, priests of the gods and elders of the land. Besought the chief to save the sinking state. Their prayers were urgent and their proffers great. Full 50 acres of the richest ground, half pasture green and half with vineyards crowned. His suppliant father, aged Oenus, came. His sisters followed, even the vengeful dame. Althea sues, his friends before him fall. He stands relentless and rejects them all. Meanwhile the victor's shouts ascend the skies. The walls are scaled, the rolling flames arise. At length his wife, a form divine, appears, with piercing cries and supplicating tears. She paints the horrors of a conquered town, the hero slain, the palaces overthrown, the matrons ravished, the whole race enslaved, the warrior heard, he vanquished and he saved. The Catolians long disdained now took their turn, and left the chief their broken faith to mourn. Learn hence betimes to curb pernicious ire, nor stay till yonder fleets ascend in fire. Accept the present, draw thy conquering sword, and be amongst our guardian gods adored. And with that, we come to the end of the episode. A little bit later than expected, but not to worry. But yes, I will say thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon or night. No matter what time of day it is, I hope you all have a wonderful one of it. And as always, we will be back tomorrow for more of The Longing. Goodbye.